For those that don't know, I'm Equipto,
I'm Professa Gabel.
and this is our podcast, The Opening Act. I go by Equipto,
My name is Professa Gabel.
and this is the Opening Act podcast.
Opening Act Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And, today, every guest is special. I always have to say that, but we have a special guest. It's my brother from way back.
Back.
My rap friend, my rap homie.
You see how excited I'm in, y'all. I ain't seen cousin like,
I know,
bro,
years.
but it's like feels like it's just yesterday, right?
Yeah.
The energy is like the same.
Make
Oh, my
some
bad.
noise.
The fucking intro.
Make some noise for Nump, yo.
Yeah.
Nump,
What's up, man? Yeah, man. CEO Nump, Trump's back, baby. You feel me? 2023 campaign. We put in paint where it ain't, as long as the outcome is income.
Hey, there we go.
Opening act. What's happening?
The mouthpiece, man. You
Yes.
always gotta love the mouthpiece.
Come on, man.
This is where the wiggle came from. You hear me say wiggle? That's where the wiggle came from.
And the wiggle definition could be, you know what I'm saying? The work ethic.
I like that. I like that. definition.
Seriously, though, at the end of the day.
Right.
That is what it means, huh?
That's beautiful. I
It's
like
just
that.
like you getting from point A to point B, but what was your scenario? Like, what was your MacGyver tactics?
Right.
Straight up.
Right.
And like Queasy said, I had mouthpiece. I just like making friends. You feel me? If I meet cool people, the energy attracts, right?
Right.
And yeah, that's how I'm here today. Straight
Is that
the fuck
how you
up.
built your blueprint?
Period. Communication, man. Communication, never being shy, you know what I'm saying? And just always just going with the flow of shit, always trusting my gut was probably the shit, you know what I mean? And I knew how to take an L.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Not the best at all times. You know what I mean? You don't gotta go all the way there. You know what I mean? I'm not like, you know what I'm saying, Superman but I am a mutant, and my mutant power is the wiggle, is the mouthpiece, and just keep it P like my hat say, man. Patience and persistence. That's where I get it from.
Yeah.
You know,
No doubt.
with a passion.
pushing the P, man.
Yes.
Always. Take us to the beginning, though. Like, how did you kind of develop this skill for entrepreneurship and communication?
You want to take it there?
Yeah.
I used to try to sell. This is the first job I ever had. I remember I was 5 years old.
Okay.
It was my Lolo, my grandpa. He was working at one of those recycling centers back in the day. You could recycle cans and they'll give you a voucher.
Right.
You understand me? And then you'll get some Gouda off that. It was before. You know what I'm saying? Recycling was just free. They really gave you bread. You smell me? And then so he worked that booth. It was a perfect job for a senior citizen. And he had to watch me. He got stuck watching me this summer. And he was just like, all right, I'm going to give you a job. You got to do these tasks, right? And pay 25 cents an hour. And I was juiced off that because it was a pizza place with an arcade right next to this shit.
Right.
So I'm like, cool, Grandpa, thank you so much, right? Fired in one day. Swear to God. He's like, you're lazy. I'm not gonna pay you shit, right? But he still gave me money. But I'll never forget that shit about it because I was like, damn, I pissed my grandpa off. And he gave me an opportunity. Like, in my mind, I'm 5 fucking years old. I'm not thinking all serious like this. Like, what did I do to fuck this up? I need this on my resume. I'm fucked, right? But in my mind, it stuck with me. I'm 42 now.
Yeah.
My grandpa put me on game of like, the only way to fucking make money is like, you gotta work for it. And my pops was the same way. It was work ethic. I was spoiled as fuck, but never just got it for the F because I asked for it. I had to do something. All right, you want this? Then you want this? What's up, baby? If you want this, you gotta do this to get that. Straight the fuck up. So work ethic, man.
That's what's up.
Yes.
That's what's up.
What's up with my family? Who's this?
My brother AG.
What's up, baby? Good to see you, man.
What's
Long
up,
time no
baby?
see.
It's all
We're all
good.
having
Yeah.
reunions.
My
Yeah,
brother,
it's good.
my
Like when
brother.
people walk in, you
Yeah.
gotta like, you don't want to be like just standing there like into the cameras like, who the fuck they staring at? Secret. Don't worry. Tune in next week. You feel me?
All right. So let's go to how did the engineering start, bro?
Oh yes. So I'm gonna keep it trill, man. And Quizzy, you could probably feel me on this. Being like a Asian Islander ethnicity, just coming up in hip hop, we could speak about '90s and shit. We wasn't like the biggest like you know what I'm saying, wasn't getting accepted. Like straight the fuck up. I would try to go in ciphers, and they would just big back me and not even let me even get like my little 2 bars in. They like,
Right.
the fuck, this motherfucker? Ain't this a DJ? This motherfucker DJ and breakdancing motherfucker over here. I could not get in those ciphers, and until of course, like I said, I'm a friendly motherfucker, make friends. But even you friends with them, the whole in crowd is not fucking with you. So I had that mentality of like, you know what? I'm gonna learn this shit. Fuck them. I'm gonna learn how to fucking. First, I wanted to be a DJ. I ain't gonna lie, hella Filipino, right? I used to go on the Source magazine, get the motherfucking X-Men Executioner tapes, then Q-Bert, of course, you know, Shortcut,
Apollo,
and just and you know, step one. Wiki, right? I really learned it like that.
Right,
I swear to God. And I was saving bread and buying all the shit off the Source magazine. I'll never forget it. And being cheap as fuck, I could have just saved an extra 2 months and got Techniques and still buying the cheapest shit, the Gemini DD10s, which you feel me, direct drive. Don't ever do that, y'all. That means the shit will not wiki, bro. You got to put some quarters and shit on the bro. It's whack as fuck. The weakest shit ever, dog. You live and learn, right? That's
I
remember.
remember,
That's how
bro.
you learn, man. But yeah, man, I was trying to be the DJ, and then being the DJ, you start learning how to sample vinyl, because I guess I was blessed to have a mixer that had a sampler on it. So once I started doing these little 6, 7, 8, 12-second samples and looping shit, I started trying to rap over it, and that was kind of like my introduction. Like, oh, I kind of want to like, you know, I was trying to like, all right, let me. Now that I figure this out, what are the other tools I could learn in? You know what I'm saying? Shit I could learn and just evolve, y'all. To from learning, I could go to junior college and take classes and become a sound engineer. Like, that wasn't a motherfucker. That was never taught to me in elementary, middle school, or high school. I had to figure that shit out myself through my people that was taking the class. They're like, why you keep taking this class? I was like, because I don't want to pass it and I can't take it again. I was getting free studio time for fucking $11 a unit. And that's the only thing I was tripping on. So I did it for 2 years. So they saw me do it 3 semesters in a row. They're like, dude, there's an advanced class. You could pass this class and you could take the, and I'm like, you what? And they're like, bro, they're like, there's a studio. Come here, sit in the library. I'm like, there's a library? Dude, this is at DVC in Concord, bro. You feel me? Pleasant Hill. I'm not knowing none of this shit. So I take my first library. It was a real lab like this with the board, glass. I'm like, all right, I'm in love.
Right.
And I finished that shit. And that's what really just took me. We could go on and on with my whole resume, but you could go on LinkedIn for that now.
Yeah, this motherfucker got a resume.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit. But that took me from junior college to like really just cool. I did all that. Let me go to the majors. So I went to Arizona to go to a conservatory, like an expressions type school.
Damn.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's
But which
dope.
is like the cheapest version at the time, where I didn't have to spend 40 bands, like a full sale 40 bands, where you're like, you're gonna get a master's degree in this shit. Like, they're giving you hella shit where I'm like, nah, I just want to record rap. What the fuck? There's no YouTube yet. Ask Deeds was not telling me shit.
No YouTube.
Jeeves,
Yeah.
not Deeds, Jeeves. See, I'm in the old school podcast. I got He-Man on the wall. We good. We can talk all that old shit.
Yes.
Didn't know shit.
But yeah, y'all, that was it. And then, yeah.
So, like, for those that don't know, like, I know you said go to LinkedIn, but
Yeah,
what are some of the songs that you've engineered out there that people know about?
Bruh. So, from songs, like, we talked about this when I first met you, was Disobey, the whole album, from head to toe, Messy Marv. From head to toe, family.
You said Disobey?
Yes, sir.
So you did keep calling me.
Yeah. All that. That's what's up.
He
That's
produced
what's
that.
up. Swear to God.
Used the beat. Did she cut the 41? She keep calling.
Oh, yeah. And then, are you on the skit?
No, I ain't on the skit.
Because the skit was hella funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just produced the
Yeah. Ooh, and I remember.
Disobey it, so that's a great
That's
album.
bro.
Come on.
Bade, I'll never
Shout
forget
out to
him, because
AG.
like I'm so an intern still when that all was going down, like not really hired yet. And I remember getting the 40 water verse to like line up. You know, to line shit up back then too was like a very hard task.
Yes.
It's not like, you feel me, shit wasn't on the grid. Like I was still, you feel me, I'm still a rookie student of the game.
Computers.
On the Pro Tools.
Okay, Pro Tools, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do reel to reel. Hell no. We was on the ADATs.
All right.
Huh, bro? You remember them days? You had to go on the ADAT.
Yeah.
So you probably made the blap, and I was the one that took the shit from whatever's on your ADAT to put on. Yep.
I did it straight to that.
I'll never forget that shit.
Man.
Marv brought it. Was you producing? There was also a dude named Tron Treasy, and I thought he was the most sickest motherfucker ever on was it a motif he always used or some shit? Bro, I'm just saying one guy, one keyboard, and making everything. He was like a Sean T.
Yeah.
Straight the fuck up.
Man.
And you know, like that sound in the city at that time was popping.
Oh
That
my
Get
God.
Low sound
Hell yeah.
was so. I wish that could come back, y'all, to this
Yeah,
day.
for real.
That sound that JT and all them was doing, that sound with the synth bass lines and with the pianos, it's mobbing like nothing like it, y'all.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it, man.
Never will
So,
be.
man, anyways.
Disobey us, yeah.
So I did that. I got a gold plaque, bruh, from
what?
E40, of course. My ghetto report card.
Wow.
So I did that from head to toe.
You
Thank
did the
sir.
whole ghetto report card?
The whole thing. Engineering. Didn't do no
Wow.
mixing. I'm
I
not.
mean,
I
that's
can't.
crazy,
yeah.
though.
I'm like
That's
the sous
crazy.
chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name ain't on the menu yet. It's in the final. It's in the little. It's still there though. I chopped the onions up, all that shit.
You've been
Liner
in
notes.
some
On Mama's though.
historical moments,
But
though.
still, I
That's
would.
crazy.
But I love it because we all built a real great bond, and that's one thing that people don't really get to capture.
Mm.
And I'm loving now 2023. Everyone documents everything because, yo, the energy I wish I could have filmed and shown us making it those days in the
Right.
lab, like from making the song Gouda. How like just certain mistakes and how it become on the album and I'm just
Right,
like,
right.
and we all in the lab, we like 40, he be laid out on the, he don't sit like this or stand up,
Right.
he lay on the ground
I
like
heard
a
about
youngster.
that, yeah.
He like this laying, and we all laying down together.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just that part of the album I feel is like the best part. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
How is it working with 40, man?
The best, man. That was my,
I mean-
that was my the reason for music, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like my idol. That's who I wanted to
Blood.
work with. That's why I was like, I'm trying to be like.
Yes,
And y'all can
yes.
hear it in my style. I
Yes,
swear to God.
yes.
And to have him to get to that level where I was with him, like how we like this and
Yes.
peers and become like, you know, not just co-workers, we're brothers, we're
Yeah.
family, and like, you know.
Yeah, y'all got a friendship. Y'all,
Man,
I know
bro.
that. I know that. I
And
seen that.
that's when I did not know what the word manifesting ever meant. But I was fucking manifesting that shit forever. Since a young motherfucker, like listening to Charlie Hustle, you know what I'm saying, from his Grit and Grind album, which my favorite saying is "The Grit Don't Quit," and I tell it when that's where I got it from. It was 40 water. You just sometimes you borrow a lug and you use it so much, everyone thinks it's yours. Nah, it's him. You
Right.
feel me? We
got some
can do that all
vision.
day with these
Sick.
memes and shit.
Sick, yeah.
And you know what I mean? It is what it is. But I at least will give you the game. Like it came from the 40 water. He was the first one to ever say the grit don't quit.
Man, the grit don't
And he's
quit.
like so motivational, man. You feel me? Like with all his side hustles and shit. And I was just thinking that today, like how like maybe me going into this music industry as a rapper, as the Nump the rapper, really was my destiny, so I could be the behind the scenes CEO motherfucker I am today,
Right.
because of the networks that I created
Right.
just off music.
Right.
Right.
And the music shit is the fun part,
It
right?
was just a portal to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And like we could do that shit with the snap, right? Because I'm looking at it like now, and I know you feel me on this. We can't be doing them little 6 albums a month like we used to try to wiggle mixtape. I got hella mixtapes, y'all, and that ain't even in the system. I need to just have. I need 10 interns for that shit. Because you know what I'm saying. But like, but because we're at that point of like, you know, where we're at right now in this matrix, where it's like, nah, you did all that to get to this,
Right.
And are you happy?
Right.
You feel me? And I'd be like, I'm happy as fuck, so I'm gonna keep doing this shit.
Right. Right.
Man.
Right. Let's go back to when we met.
Yes.
We was talking
Tell
about. So, this era, man, this is the era. Mac Dre was alive. I came through the studio. I was with Mac Dre in like Scooby, Wash House, Vital. It was a Vital session.
Yep.
And we were just mobbing. It was just one of those days. And went to E40 studio,
Yep.
like where you was engineering.
Yeah, which is Infinite Studios on Michael Denton. Y'all be spelling his name wrong all the time, and now that
Right.
he's gonna love me for that. They always put T-O-N. That's
Yeah.
because he's white. Oh, that's Denton. T-E-N, Denton.
Denton.
For real.
He's a legend too. That's
Legendary.
Legend.
Everybody will go to Mike Denton to get
Blood.
their shit mixed and mastered,
Blood.
period. When you know you over there, you know you're on some private studio shit.
Right.
You know, in the Bay, we had all kinds of dope situations at the time, from the 17 Hertz, Steel to the Grill. You know what I mean? But I just gotta feel Infinite Studios was like a category where, like, you know, you're gonna be at a private studio, and you know, at
Yeah.
that time, that was like, you on the radio, you on the Infinite.
Yeah.
And I was blessed to be the intern there that eventually evolved to being the house engineer running every session.
Right. And this
Where I
is
met
yeah,
Queasy.
yeah. And this was like, I'm just gonna keep it a bug. It was like a sneak session to get Mac Dre and Fody
Tell him.
on a
Tell
song
the story.
together.
What?
Come on.
Now,
Yeah.
now this is not, this is just what it is. And
Real
there's
shit.
and that's like
Yes.
historical because there's been some type of like whatever quote unquote conflict with Fody and Mac
They just
Dre.
wasn't eye to eye.
Yeah.
You would not see them doing
Vallejo
music.
Kings,
They
Vallejo
never-
Kings.
They just never did music.
Never
ever.
did music.
Ever.
And this was the first moment that it was going to happen. It was, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Wash House. It was for Vital's album. And
Shout out to Scooby, man.
Yeah, Scooby. I love Scooby.
Quarterback that motherfucker.
I introduced you to Scooby.
Yeah.
Jonas,
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying? It was just like, and Nump was there. I grabbed the camera a few times. I actually was recording Mac Dre when he's like, "Do you hear the beat whipping that ass?"
Yeah.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
That's a clip.
That's a clip.
Yeah,
I've seen it somewhere.
Out there, yep.
I've seen it somewhere.
That's
and I was
crazy.
behind the camera of that.
For real?
And me and Nump, man, you know, it was just like, we knew each other already almost.
Yeah, kind of like, probably through the blogs.
Yeah.
They had blogs back then, you feel me?
But it was like that.
There was
We
no
were like, "What's up,
Instagram. You had to
bro?"
read a blog
Yeah.
and then comment the blog, and that's how you communicate with this your friend on the internet.
Right. Sickness.net or something.
All that shit was popping.
OG shit.
So let me
yeah.
say some shit, man. It was crazy because that session, so this is how we really met too, was like the same day was Dre came through and I'm starstruck. This is the first time I really meet Dre in the flesh, in the lab. I'm just like, oh shit, bro, fuck, it's back Dre, dog. And this fool, this like a, remember the glass door?
Yeah,
Where you could,
yeah.
So he could see his reflection.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
listens to the beat and he doing this kind of, and he very business casual. He got on his some Dockers on with like a nice collar shirt, you know, with a baggy bucket on. So he real business casual, right?
That's crazy.
And he had the G-Wagon. That was popping at the time. I was like, oh shit, he got the wagon, the Mercedes.
Pulled up in the
Pulled up, so that was very monumental. And then but like in the lab, you cannot smoke weed. Right?
For real?
Dude, Mike, don't let no one smoke no weed in the lab because it's gonna ruin your equipment.
Yeah.
He's very technical with this shit. Like he's very technical, so it's like, don't smoke, you no one can smoke weed in here, nothing. You do that, fuck that, they out.
Yeah.
It was very strict.
Right.
Mac Dre like the blunt, a wood.
Of all things.
Bro, and in my brain, I'm just scatterbrained, and I'm just like, all I could think of is Trill TV when he's like, man, the engineer wouldn't let me smoke no weed in the studio, so I had to take his top off, man. And I'm like, oh no, what do I do? Mac Dre might take my top off, man. This is my first time I met Mac Dre. What the fuck? And it's just like hella shit going on, and all y'all ain't even in the room, so you're in the chill room. So I'm like, all right, cool. My engineer brain works, yo. I start troubleshooting, right? I'm not getting signal flow. What's going on? Right?
Troubleshooting.
That's that nerd talk for us engineers. Signal flow is not working. What's going on? I crack every door. I light every incense.
Yes.
And I let him do his thing.
Yeah. Good job.
And this is where Equipto come in. So Equipto see him smoking, he just blowing too. And I forget to let everyone know, like, shit, like it was bad. But he just thinking it's normal. And here come Jonas like, Nump, what the fuck? Why you letting all these Queen, what the fuck y'all smoking there? Smoke over there, man. Nump.
Yeah.
They're mad at me. Nump, Mike gonna get pissed off. We're gonna lose this session. I'm like, all right, cool.
Thank God
Don't
you didn't have to say that.
yeah.
You didn't have to say
But
that.
Dre already left.
Dre left.
And the craziest shit, y'all, the song was from our brother Vital. It's called Let Yourself Go. It was so epic, man. It was Droopy on the beat. This is when Droopy, E40's son, was just starting.
Yeah. Wow.
He just had Messy Marv.
Get on my hype.
Get on my hype. Whoa, that's my shit.
Yes.
Right?
That
So
era,
that was
boy.
brand new. This was hyphy music is on KMEL. Just starting, so it's a thing.
Mac Dre's alive.
Come on, Mac Dre's alive. We're chilling. We doing shows and shit. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy. And whatchamacallit, when Dre did his verse, they all was like, no, make sure he don't know that, you know what I'm saying, that 40 was ever on this record. So I'm scared I'm gonna erase shit. He kind of knew.
I think so.
Because he kind of knew. He was like, man, is this a 40 beat? This kind of like, he really did
But-
say that.
Oh, and he even said when we were in the lab, he's like, "This was 40 at, huh?"
Yeah, he
Okay.
kind of was just fucking around
Yeah,
though, like.
yeah.
But he kept
It's
saying that
monumental
shit. He
se-
know.
monumental session.
And it's crazy. He never heard 40 Water verse, and
Yep.
40 for sure never heard Dre shit. But if y'all ever want to listen to it, it's called Let Yourself Go. Vital, Mac Dre, E40. These motherfucking legends, Vallejo legends, said the same exact line. I don't know if he tripped on that. So E40 goes, I'm engaged. E40 goes, I'm engaged to the games, to the pillars and them pushes, right? He said, I'm engaged to the game like them pillars, right? And then Dre goes, I now pronounce you married to the game. Once I heard them words, I was doing it, man.
Oh.
And if y'all listen, they did not. It sounded like we was all together.
Right.
They really said that. And at that time, this was a time where like there was no funk, but it's just they
Right.
never did music.
Right.
And that shit, it is what it is. You know, whatever the history was on it. It just wasn't time yet, and that cracked it off. And if y'all really want to do your history, this guy right here was with Dre a lot. So you feel me? You want to know some Mac Dre history? Tap in with him because he was really tapped in. You feel me?
Man.
For real, for real.
Man, have y'all ever
That was a
told
big story. I like that.
Have y'all told that story before?
I tell it all the time.
Yeah,
I tell it all the
never
time.
heard
That's my
that.
favorite Matt Dre moment. And yeah, I never mention Equipto because it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd be a 45-minute. But he right here next to me, so
Yeah. That was a monument. I remember
and
that
you're next
shit.
to me, so he was there. It's like it's real. There's footage, but it ain't like iPhone footage, man. Come on, bro. We still had motherfucking sidekicks and shit back then. Motherfucking the flip
Two-way
phone.
pagers and shit.
Man, no camera shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that was
a
epic,
beautiful
bro.
time.
That was epic.
Yeah. Man, you obviously you a pioneer at engineering and you got a serious resume, full LinkedIn, but you also got a lot of songs that you make, you know what I'm saying? You a musician, you create songs and you got some hits. One in particular, I Got Grapes, right? Can you tell us like
Right.
the story of that, like from the session on?
Well, since then I've
success.
also made versions. I got steaks. I got crepes. You know, I've been doing this for many moves, man. It's almost 20-some years, y'all. I'm not capping. I made the I got steaks for Chef Alvin, and he's the owner of Egg Slut. Ballin', a very big time Filipino chef that I met in the game. He made the Marshawn Lynch Beast Mode burger, right? And that's how we connect game. And then I did the I Got Crepes because I did drop a crepes
I don't
strain.
make steaks, but I mean, you know.
Oh, we got Chef AG in this thing. Come on, 2232 Sandwich Co. This so bad. That's that real Bay Area shit where, you know what I mean? You throw me a business card, you getting a plug. Because the closed mouth don't get fed, the lazy hustle don't get bread, man. The grit don't quit.
There you go.
I respect it. That's right. That's right.
But I want that jingle, though.
Yeah, come on. I got steaks. Yeah, man. The I Got Grapes in a nutshell, man. We was having fun with it. We at Infinite Studios.
Oh, shit.
It was one of them times Mike Denton was just like, all right, Nump, I'm on vacation. I need you to run the studio. I said, all right, Mike, I'll do it, but if you don't pay me like full, can I just have studio time and just like, you know what I mean? Just give me a little bit of bread, you know, so I'm not doing hella shit for free, but you know what I mean? But can I stay here? And he wouldn't trip. He was like, nah, I trust you, Nump, it's good. So it was a whole week I stayed at the lab. I did not leave the lab.
Damn.
But for the first couple days was a Friday, Saturday, so it was a club that night. I called Federation to come in. We already had a cool relationship to come. Let's work.
Right.
We heard the Blap. It was on CDs at the time. My brother D1, remember D1 was doing all my production from the Nump Yard, all my the first full album I had, and the
Yeah, I
Dust
remember
Pervulus.
D1.
Yeah, D1 was crazy with the slaps. Yeah, we just cooked that day, and it was one of the ones, man, y'all, where we went to the club that night in the town called I think it was called Club Ibiza. It was a hotel right by the
We
airport.
used to have the pool and shit.
Right, yeah, it was a whole hotel. It had a pool.
Right.
Yo,
I
it
remember
was
that
freaky.
spot. Oh,
It was
that was a
freaky.
crazy
It's
spot.
freaky, bro. You
Get
knock
a
yourself,
room
you
there.
get in a room.
Yeah.
Straight up, and if you're getting a room, like, yeah, close the curtain because everyone could see you.
OG of Visa.
So that was like the closest shit we had to Hollywood for us.
Yeah, that was.
for the Bay.
I remember I went there, I was like, what the fuck? This
Bro,
going on over here? Like,
bro, it was great times. And at that time, E-Rock was DJing. Brought him the CD. I'm telling you,
hey,
just
so
like
when y'all made it, you knew it was a hit.
we was feeling it, but we didn't know until we went to the club that
Okay,
night.
right.
And he played it. And after the first, second hook, you see I got great. The whole shit
Already.
like a movie.
Already.
And I'm talking about I'm smacked, bro. This is when I'm off the dizzle. So I knew the shit kicked in. Period. Where you're like, you don't even control it. You feel me? You're like,
Take him back, baby. Take
you
him
feel
back.
me? I'll
Take
never
him
forget
back.
it because they tried to drive me back from the hotel, and I'm like this in the shotgun, like, and the CHP is right next to us, just looking at me, and I'm like, like, bruh, it was bad, and they're like, Nump, chill, and I'm
bad.
like, I am chilling, like Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street did that shit. I'm good. That little Wolf of Wall Street, dead ass. But I'm on the dizzles, cause like, and plus we drunk, we drinking Hennessy. It is what it is. Survivor, man. Stay hydrated, man. But those were the times, man. But yeah, so I knew from there it was one of the ones. A lot of cats was dropping mixtapes at the time. They was like, no, we'll put it on our shit. We'll blow you up. I'm like,
Right.
I had my shit in the headlock. I'm like, nah. Dude, 40 wasn't even on it yet.
Right.
It sounded like it.
You're right.
And then I got him on it, and then the rest was history. 40 dead ass sounded like on the demo. Oh man, I wish I'll try to look for that one day. It's on my old ass computer. I don't know. I'll find a demo watch one day if I ever look. But Stressmatic was on the hook, and he dead ass sounded like I got grapes. We're like, dude, this sound like 40. But y'all don't know, Stressmatic does a hella writing for E40.
40 too, right.
He writes hella hooks,
Yes,
hella
he
shit,
does. Hellish.
hellish to this day.
He's
To
on
this
he's on
day.
a Redman hook right now.
Hella shit, bro. He just
hella
gets
dope.
because he just knows. I love his style because it's just very simple.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it's like it's raw shit. What he's saying. It's just like, come on, man.
We
Sometimes
need to-
less is more.
We need to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, Stressmatic would be dope.
All right, we'll make it happen, man.
So what about
Make it happen.
the success of it? What, like when
Okay, boom. So
like
the
what
song
type
is
of
done.
celebrity said it? You're like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the hell? Or is
Bruh,
it
like, let me just. Oh, I want. This is a story I want to tell with y'all. First time ever. So my shit is booming. I've been wanting to tell the story, and this is how my mind works, y'all. As an entrepreneur, CEO now. Before I label myself CEO, so I'm already popping, right? Let's just fast forward a couple years. Grapes is already like really. Like blapping, you feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody knows it already everywhere I go. I'm starting to be like the token Filipino rapper guy, right?
Yeah.
Whatever,
Yeah.
right? Especially hyphy shit's popping.
Right.
Black Eyed Peas taps in with me, right?
Oh, shit.
Apple the App. You know, he's starting his whole little music label. They really was trying to sign me. We're like, we're starting this whole Filipino movement. We want to get you popping. So I'm like, cool. Every time we just had communication, right? We rubbing elbows and shit, right? To a point where they're in town, and in my mind, for some reason, I'm gonna keep it true, man. I was faking it till I make it at this time because I was getting a bag off music, but I really wasn't there yet.
Right.
I was like selling merch, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's why we dropped so many mixtapes because Rasputin's would always buy it.
Right.
You feel me? And that was cool. We doing music and getting a bag off music. You feel me? So at this time, I don't know why my brain told me to do this, but I had like 3 bands on me, right? And that's like, I was like, man, should I leave this at the house or should I just run with it? I'm like, man, you know what? We gonna be with these Black Eyed Peas motherfuckers. Let's just have, in my brain, I'm like, let me bring this 3 racks.
Right.
You smell me?
Right.
So we there, they finished some Wild 94.9 shit. We out the way, like we hop in the limo with them, and it's the manager of Black Eyed Peas, right?
Yeah.
And my cousin with me, right? I got a couple models with me. I always had a flock with me, you know, because it's just like, hey, man, I just don't like testicle festivals. I always have to have it like mixed crowd. You know what I mean? Like I just like ratio. I was always that guy,
Right,
and it was just we friends, we hanging out, and plus the girls want to hang out and do rap star shit. Period. So I had a cool little group with me, and the dude, I'm telling you, this is so trill. So before I went into the limo, I had gave my I had the bread on me. And then so we get in the limo, the guys all tripping like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, Nump got some females with him, whatever. You know, they like feeling the vibe. It's the manager of Black Eyed Peas. They already know who I am. But I'm trying to get there. So peep this play. So boom, I just look at my cousin. Now this is how my brain works. This was not fucking planned. I look at my cousin like this, like, hey AJ, yeah, what's up? Hey man, see, I just performed. Hey, see if they gave me all my bread. I'm capping. I didn't perform shit. But these fools think I came from a gig and just got paid. And he looked, and he's like, he's counting. So my cousin, he was slanging at the time, so he count money hella good. You know what I'm saying? You know when the motherfuckers trapping, they count money good?
Yeah.
And I see this dude, I'm peeping the guy in the corner of my eye, like peeping him. And then my cousin, like, he had a high-pitched voice. Yeah, cuz it's all there, right? He had a high-pitched voice. Shout out to my cousin AJ. You're gonna laugh when you hear this. All right, cool, I take it back. I look at my cousin, I look at the manager, but I look away. Dude, the next day, that fool booked me. Like, I got $5K for you to do, because he see me getting 3 bands.
Yeah.
I swear to God, but I didn't plan this
It
shit. But
worked.
in my mind, as a freestyle, I was like, let me just flex on these LA motherfuckers real quick.
Right,
you know,
right.
not even just LA, this Hollywood Black Eyed Peas manager cat, and show him like, you know, perception's everything, man.
Play
You feel
ball.
me? If he decided to believe that shit, that's on him. But look what happened with me. We got booked. We did his birthday party. We was at the Standard at Hollywood.
It worked.
All inclusive. So that was just a random thing. I never told that story.
Yeah.
I was tripping the other day when I was high, like, yo, I'm sick with it, bruh.
The
I be
wiggle.
doing that. That's the wiggle.
That's the wiggle.
I be doing many shit just to like, if y'all, hey, I'm gonna put it out there. That's on you to whatever you want to believe, shit.
Man.
But hey, that's part of the wiggle, you know, and I don't do that all the time, but I thought that was a cheat code.
Nah, that was necessary.
You just gotta be on your toes, cuz, you feel me? I
Yeah.
think about it, you just gotta like always peep the scenario. You don't wanna overdo it, you know what I mean? There's
Right,
always
right.
that loud motherfucker, sometimes you're like, then you don't believe him, you feel
Right,
me?
right,
Or if the
right.
person too quiet,
Right.
that motherfucker don't, you know what I mean? So you just gotta know your scenarios and
You might miss opportunities.
might
if you're
miss
too quiet.
opportunities,
Yeah,
or especially how you dress, all kinds of shit, how you,
Right.
everything, like, so I just did a cool motherfucker that could, like, you know, analyze situations and scenarios and,
Hell
you
yeah.
know, yeah.
So, you know, man, great story, by the way.
Thank you, y'all.
I know.
That's the
Thank
first time on the Fuck, what's the podcast called again?
Opening
My bad.
Act podcast.
Opening Act. That was real. I just
No,
forgot.
that's good.
Too much weed.
Oh, hella weed.
Yeah, it's media day for Nump.
Yes.
Check it out. So,
Yes.
like you just said, this is the Opening Act podcast,
Yes,
right?
Opening Act podcast. In case I forgot.
So, like, do you have like a memory or a story of when either you were an opening act or someone was opening for you, and it was like some like teachable moment or like occurrence? You know what I'm saying?
I'll keep it real, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's just take it back to way before I got grapes, way before Does Pervulus, when I was rapping with my friends.
Way back.
And we had shit called open mics.
Okay.
And I wasn't an opening act, but you for sure felt like one, you know what I mean? And I just want to say, like, y'all should never be shy if you're an artist out there, man. Like, being an opening act is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I actually liked the learning process of,
Yep.
let's just say, an opening act, whatever. Anything could be an opening act, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Starting any new kind of whatever situation. I don't know, man, but yeah, I remember those days of like doing them open mics and shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then shit, opening act though, for real though. Shout out to Burner.
Yep.
Burner, man, was a real motherfucker that like I wouldn't really ask him. I'd pull up, and he was very kind to just let me just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not tell me no, but was just cool. Like, all right, Nump. As long, you know what I mean? I was never really, I brought to the situation, you know, we added to the situation, we would work.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
I'd be in the front of the line when the line would kill, you know what I'm saying? And do some like cool promo and,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
already know, man, like, salute to Burn, man, because he
yeah.
kept the trail. If Nump is
Yeah.
already there with the team, they don't gotta leave.
Right,
You know what I mean? They know
That type
I
of
mean, it's
shit,
some
yeah.
real
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Right.
He
Some
ain't
real
gonna do
shit.
that, yeah.
And I remember those situations though with his whole demographic and, you know, with the weed shit popping at that time. We did a few tours like that. And very monumental, man. Very monumental. Some shit I'll never forget. Actually, my dad passed away on tour. And I'll never forget it because we was in New Mexico. I talked to my pops. Oh, no, San Antonio. Talked to him for the last time. And we was talking about the Alamo and shit. My pops was like, oh, you there? And I was like, hey, remember the Pee Wee Herman movie, The Alamo? You know what I mean? We was joking and shit. And we got to Arizona. And that's when I had found out. But my brothers was all with me. And it was a moment that was like that tour life shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was about to do E. It was at a point where like, man, we about to go to Cali where they know you, Nump. And I was like the spark plug of the tour. And they was like, man, you about to go crazy.
Right,
and I had
right.
to leave because the funeral. My dad passed away. And I got back on the last show, which was Fresno. They did like 6 shows without me. And I came right back, like the grit don't quit. Like, I'm going to do this.
Right.
Got all my, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Got it
yeah.
out the way. So, yeah, shout out to Burner. That was one of the open neck situations that I had that was like very, very, you know what I'm saying? I'll
That's
never
what's
forget
up.
that shit.
Yeah. Shout out Burn, man.
Yeah,
we
Big
already
Burn,
know.
baby.
We had him on.
If you, I always want
yeah.
to say this shit to you, y'all, everyone, all y'all out there watching. This, you, man. They always ask me for weed information, right? I don't got it. I copy Burner because he do everything, and I'm gonna keep it real. They're always like, oh, how we, man, copy the motherfuckers that's doing the cool shit, and just do you with it.
Right. Do you?
It's
with
just
it.
like boxing or basketball. Like, you can't make up a fucking 3-point shot, but you see the motherfucker shooting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gotta
It's just
learn.
game. But you
Right.
gotta also, number one, respect game. That's all it is. That's all it is, y'all.
Right. Salute to Burner, definitely.
Yeah, we got him. He was our first podcast
I seen that.
interview. Yeah,
I seen
yeah.
that. I didn't see the whole thing. I mean, I seen the post.
Yeah, it's coming soon. Coming soon.
I wanna
It's
watch
out
it,
by
though.
now, but-
It'll be out by now.
Yeah, it'll be out by now.
Oh,
but-
it's out right now. Okay, we gonna watch it.
So, yeah, speaking of Burn, speaking of entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
you know, let's talk about
cool.
what you got,
Let's
man.
talk about some of my new stuff,
Yeah,
man.
talk about
So
some of your new stuff.
the shit
Break it
that's
down.
cracking right now is I got the Nump Lumpia. If you want to check it out,
Hey, the
Yeah,
you can pass that
Lumpia's
down.
sold
That's
out at
genius,
Barbary
though.
Coast.
Yeah, I mean, so I was already doing these, y'all. You know what I mean? 215 days, rolling my own lumpias.
Yeah.
Right here. Okay, y'all see it? Yeah. So we got the different colors for a reason.
Yeah.
We got a morning lumpia sativa, afternoon, which is hybrid,
Wake
and
and
an
bake,
evening.
huh?
Yeah, morning sativa, sir. Here you go, so you can still,
Wake
you know
and
what I'm
bake,
saying?
huh?
Yeah, wake
Okay.
and bake, you know. And indica, of course, nighttime lumpia, and you know, in stores everywhere through Northern California. But you know, I was doing the bags for a minute, learned that shit. You know what I mean? Just kind of learned a lot of compliance shit for the past 3-4 years.
Right.
Especially with my team, I really got a sick ass team now, where it's like not just a team, but it's family. But like the team is so raw. Like we done
Right.
been through the bullshit of this cannabis shit, but from getting robbed, you know what I'm saying, getting hit from our distro, getting hit, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
bouncing back and like, You know what I mean? Just keeping it thugging. With that being said, though, man, I got the lumpias. We're gonna do these. So I got the red envelopes back, the jaded Buddha bag. I know y'all remember this last year. But what we doing with these is I'm not putting no flour in it yet. I'm doing not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. But 5 mini lumpias, which are the same exact version. You can pass these around. You feel me? Same exact recipe as the real regular lumpia, but these are the 0.7s. Right. So 5 in the bag. Do the math. That's 3.5. That's a Gorilla Pinot eighth. You know, in the States. Yeah, man. From Mr. I Got Grapes, and it's the same recipe, which is rosin infused cone with the sweet and sour sauce dipped. You feel me? So that's my recipe for the lumpias. And you're only gonna see them in the red envelope bag, the jaded Buddha bag, because we gonna blow the Buddha up, man. You feel me?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And on a whole other thing, if I could talk about it for just a couple minutes.
Yeah, please.
I'm doing some that's outside of THC, which I was very interested in with my team out there in LA, La Lizzy. So shout out to my people, Melt. Okay. So Melt is doing these HHC vapes, right? Okay. And HHC is basically the cousin of Delta 8, Delta 9. And the reason why I got on this was because I like selling weed, but I hate just selling weed in California.
Right.
And this is considered weed in 42 other states. Yeah. And I used to live in Houston for the past couple years during COVID, and what I had noticed was everywhere, every block has a CBD shop or liquor store, smoke shop selling CBD, Delta 8, Delta 9. And this HHC shit, to us, it's probably puny. And I'm going to keep it true, because if you come from the source, right, you're not going to trip off something like this. But in these whole other 42 states, they love this shit. Right. And so we got this brand called Melt, and I'm going to keep it true. This is all I smoked all day today. I didn't smoke no real weed yet, and I'm super lit.
It's a vape?
It's a vape. So we got the resin. We got the live resin vapes right here. This is a super lemon cherry gelato. Ooh. I'll crack this for y'all. And then, I also lived in Miami during the pandemic, and they like the flavors shit. You know, they love vapes out there in Miami for sure.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, I was in Brickell with the Ooickle. Yeah. That's what I learned. They like flavors. You feel me? Hey, so, yeah, be on the lookout. You'll see me just pushing this all the time. Melts, you know what I mean? I'm also going to have a couple flavors dropping with them. Melt. And also, I got one last brand I'll shout out before we go to the next thing. Shout out to Tyson 2.0. Shout out to my boy Adam and them out there, man. Shout out to my boy D. I'm helping them push the same product state to state with the Mike Tyson shit. Dope. Which he got them ear gummies.
I had some of those.
Yeah, but they doing it in the same shit, Delta 8, Delta 9, HHC. So yeah. You just gotta you know what I mean? It's a buffet when it comes to Nump, man. I got all kinds of shit on my plate, right?
The Beast Mobile still going on?
And I still got Beast Mobile, baby. That's a whole other podcast, baby. Just look at beastmobile.net, y'all. We are, though, real quick. We is tapping in with the community and going heavy with the ACP program, which is government-assisted phones, service, as well as tablets. If you qualify, we gonna give you that high-end shit. You know what I'm saying? With all that free service. If y'all don't know about the government-assisted shit, something I'm learning about, but I'm starting to educate more and more.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
No doubt.
It takes a village.
Man, we're gonna try this jaded Buddha right now. We can smoke this.
Smoke all that? What the fuck? This ain't like we at the Barbary and I gotta put it back on my podcast with the professor called Meet Me at the Bars Going Down, where we give you weed news and bud tender reviews on the weekly. He'll grab shit from the Barbary, but then he's like, no, don't smoke that one. I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of review is it? Oh, you give the review.
It's metric. It's metric.
I'll get you fired, man. We just started. Jess was there. We actually have a whole other podcast too that's lit, right? Jess was there. No, we have a whole other podcast though we was doing that's lit. Where we're testing all kinds of. You got to get on there with us.
Yeah, you got to come.
You got to come one day because we're just testing jars. And all kinds of different people there, and we just trying to name put the strains in the bags at Barbary and shit and Mo Green.
Yeah, the weed lounges are on the rise.
Yeah. You know Professor, man.
All the Lumpia.
Gabel.
Professor
Gabel. You don't extend the A in his name, y'all. You got mad at me. I was fucking high when I said it. My bad. Then his name on the phone is Sam. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's fucking calling me? Oh shit! I need to stop putting your picture on this motherfucker.
He's like, which one is
this guy? Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
We got a lot of phones now too, so we gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, get it, man. Shit, shout to Beast Mobile. Get your phones, right?
I know. I need a Beast Mobile.
I got you, baby.
Definitely.
Feed the beast.
Right.
Nump, how do you like stay motivated? You know what I'm saying, for this long and keep the same energy every day that you do?
I ain't gonna lie. That's how I wake up, y'all.
Yeah.
There's nothing really. There's no. What do people say they do? When they wake up, routine. There ain't no morning routine I could suggest. But I do mentally. Now that I'm a little older, I do understand mentals is very major, just like any muscle on your body. You feel me? So I stretch that out the most when I wake up, and I try to be as happy as possible I could do before I leave my motherfucking bed, before I brush my teeth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta brush your teeth right after you wake up too, y'all. You know what I'm talking about?
Every day.
Cause you know your mouth might have been open for 8 hours. You know what the fuck is in that motherfucker? we know that shit reeking.
It's a
Right.
colony of.
It's definitely reeking.
Oh, I'll chop it up with you. I'll chop it up with you after this. Cause I'm gonna give you a jug and I can't let all these people know. Come on, man. I'm gonna give you the promo code.
We got the world right here.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, yes.
So this
Oh
like,
yeah, I got you.
It's like CBD-ish type of shit.
It's
huh?
HHC. So I mean, what's my guy with the glasses over here? Liam. Oh yeah, I like that name, Liam. Yeah. Backwards, let's say mail. Get that mail.
Mailman.
Have you heard of HHC? Has anyone heard of it yet? Maybe Liam should look it up. It looks like he's a producer. Can you look that up and you can tell the people once he Googles it?
Right.
Because I didn't memorize it. But I read about it cause it is fire. Like it's no
working,
side
it's working,
effects.
it's working.
They promote it as like they say it's just like Delta 8, Delta 9. It comes from hemp. Just look up HHC, pare, and then give it to Professor to read because he's the professor.
HHC.
I can't see that
HHC.
far though.
Yeah. It's a
Two
cannabinoid.
H's.
Cannabinoid.
Two H's
Let's educate,
with a
man, because
C.
this is some shit motherfuckers really don't even talk about on the
Right,
podcast
right.
sometimes.
We need to learn a lot.
Young Mel, huh? The grape slush.
Yeah,
I'm
if
not
you
gonna
really
try
like
this
them
one.
flavors,
This.
that's a good look. Like, you know,
This
like when I was in
jaded
Miami, everyone, yeah.
All right. So
Just like Delta 8, Delta 9 CBD. You feel me?
THC is more potent because it has a double bond on the 9th carbon chain. HHC has no bonds. Both have wellness benefits, including stress relief, pain relief,
So it comes-
rest,
and the
and
reason-
relaxation.
Teach them.
I
And the
need
reason
that.
why they say that, y'all, is because it's not weed. It's hemp.
Right.
But have you guys put hemp and weed back to back? If you look close, you're going to not know what's what. You feel me?
Lumpy is a shit.
Oh, yeah. Lumpies go
It's
crazy.
the jaded Buddha.
It's the rosin. Yeah, it's the rosin
This ain't no
infused.
shake in this motherfucker.
Thank you.
Lumpias.
So with the recipe
Ain't
on the
no shaking
lumpias,
here.
man, in the minute.
So, thank you, Nump, bro. You already know. We go way back.
Thank you so much for coming to the
Man,
Opening
likewise,
Act
I was so
podcast.
excited. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't seen Equipto in hella long.
Real
Hell,
quick.
I ain't seen Equipto in hella long, y'all, bruh. But
What
then,
was the name of the? My bad to cut you off. But what was the
Oh.
name of the project you were
oh,
gonna
so
make?
yeah, okay. I told him this story one time.
Yeah.
And then, hey, so we was at Ambassador's Lounge, E40's club, right? And he would always be there too. You know what I'm saying? We all hung out, man. That was the hangout shit, man, in San Ho. I don't know how on when I won, but this is when you was already chopping it up hella cool. And I'm like, I think it was New Year's, bro. I think it was a New Year's
was
party
New
in San
Year's.
Jose.
I remember,
and I said,
yeah.
hey, E, we should do an album. He's like, yeah, let's do one. And then I was like, what if it was Nump Equipto? And he was like, and he looked at me, he was like, he was a real friend, like, hey, man, we gonna think about it, man. Hey, you on one. But I was feeling myself like, I got the most brilliant idea. Where's Equipto? And I'm going through the crowd. And I see him finally.
That
He's
was
like,
New Year's,
but he
yeah.
kept the trail. He's like, he gave me one of those. Hey, Happy New Year, we're thinking about it.
Switch the subject real quick.
But we really was gonna do some shit.
Yeah, we were.
You know,
We were.
and
We
it was
were.
good. I want all y'all to hear it, man. The song we got, man. Just tell me what y'all think later. It's called Time. And actually, I heard it today when I worked out, bro. I'm gonna keep it chill. That shit brought me back. Yeah. And I was like, bro, I was rapping like this back then. Fuck. And I got a sick ass Equipto verse. Like, wow. It's called Time, and that dropped the same album I did. I Got Grapes.
That's a trip. That's a trip.
But yeah, man, thank you. You know what I'm saying? The opening act, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. The
See,
opening
I
act.
said it all
Appreciate
nervous, like
you.
I forgot it. I didn't forget that shit.
Yeah, thank y'all for joining us. My name
Hell
is
yeah.
Professor Gable.
I'm Equipto.
Nump,
Opening
you
Act.
feel me?
Vibes and Flights.
Yeah.